such an asshole.
So I go into town. Why are you going to the town, Cappy? So I can get some stuff. Oh, it's an exciting day in South Dakota. And so I get into town. I'm running my errands. There's a billboard. And it says, I can't tell you what it says, but it was advertising a Christian singles conference. And I'm like, here? Christian? Okay, yeah. Majority population probably is Christian. But what? A conference? How many people are going to show up? And I looked up, got back home, looked it up, and God almighty, guys, it was the cringiest thing I've seen in a long time. And it is just up front. This is why I didn't mention. I was going to do the video because it's a video. It shows the Reverend there. Hey, guys, come on down. Fellowship of Christ. And I'm like, where's the big tits and long legs? The secular side, the practical economist in me screamed it out. And I can't, not bringing any criticism at all, but I'm watching it and it was exactly what I thought it was. Exactly what I thought it was. And I have friends who are Christian. One of my best friends, Christian. I've seen him go through the dating hell that is Christian dating. And many of you here have shared the same, and we've even had some stories about real world marriage cases. I think there are a couple of Christians in there. Divorce, well, that's not according to, it doesn't matter anyway. All right. Vows. And I'm like, okay, I was going to give it a shot. I just like, come on, man. Just, hey, you sick and tired of being single? You want to go and have some sex and make some little baby Christians? Come on down. No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. It was everything. Hi, how you doing? Only thing I couldn't see below, but I'm like, I bet you he's wearing sandals and ain't wearing socks. With cut off jeans, with a little bit of a rough, hey guys, what's going on? Yeah. You know, Jesus really, yes, we know already. He loves us. The only thing missing was an acoustic guitar. That was about the only thing. And again, not picking on this individual church or the reverend, not because that's what they do. But I gotta tell you, watching, one of my best friends, watching other Christian friends, and just your solution, you single Christians are running out of time. You're running out of time. And there is, as is prone to happen within religion, you think all solutions must originate or at least be viewed through a religious lens. And you give up on practicality and the real world or the secular world. And it just reminded me of Christian rock, where it's like, no, it ain't work. No. I don't care about Pantera. I don't care. No, it's not working. It is not working. No, stop that. And getting back to my point that the Christians, you single Christians, you just don't have the time. You're getting older. Now, there'll be younger single Christian people coming up. Don't worry about that. Don't worry. The church has been failing for decades. So we can't get more people to have more Christian families. What's going on? I'm like, the girl's nice and sweet and got big tits and long hair. There's this thing called sex. Have you heard of this thing called sex? Do you know how the nightclub business model works? See, let me explain it to you. Girls get in and drink for free, and then the guys just follow with their wallets. Don't know if you are aware of the carnal nature of humans, that it plays a role, but maybe, just maybe, you might want to show a little skin. And as I was saying before, with Christian rock isn't cool, and it's not good. It's not good. Don't give me your opinions. It isn't. Just as a general, it's not good. this come on in and have a conference on Sunday. And I listened to the guy, listen to the whole thing the guy said. It was all about God and Jesus. Well, isn't that implied? Stronger relationships through Christ. I've said it before because there was that time Cappy dated Christian girls, none of whom were Christian. They were just faking it so they could lord over you, pun intended. But I inevitably got to the point like, I'm not having a threesome with you and Jesus. Jesus is out of the bedroom. And this is where, just as aspiring Christian rock artists don't realize how that ain't going to work. That what is that dog ain't going to hunt. All these pastors, all the reverends of all the different, like, we're going to get a Christian singles group going on. You don't know why that ain't going to hunt either. And it I don't know if it's your hands are tied behind your back because it's got to be always. Here's another one for you reverends out there, all of you. I don't care what denomination, all that. You can knock it off with the marriage sermon of we are united in Christ. It's been done a million times. Pull something else out of the Bible. Are you going to do the candle with the three things, one representing the girl, one representing the guy, and there's the one for guy? Yeah, we got it. Or they do the braid. Did you see the braid? How many of you seen the braid? Raise your hands if you see the braid. Oh. Who do you think in 5 minutes left on the fourth quarter, you're down 21-0, that maybe you change tactics? Stop throwing Hail Mary passes. And look, you got to play to the sex drive of men and the desire to have commitment and resources from the women. You got to go to that basic biology. I was going to say secular, but it's biology. And just be honest. Hey, conference, what are you going to talk now? He goes through what he's going to talk about. And the subcategories, oh, God, don't even get me started. Oh, guys, I wish I could say it. I was like, that's chapter 2? That's the second presentation you got? You titled it that? Oh, my God. Clever, witty. All I see, anyone showing up to this is going to be a bald 40-year-old virgin and a bunch of just on the cusp of menopause spinsters showing up to this thing. And for those of you who are single Christians and you'd like to get married, don't worry, the next generation that's just going to look at each other and not do it. They're coming along, all three of them, to replace the 100 that existed before. You got to get carnal. You got to get into the real world. You got to make it sexy. And I don't know if have a singles dance, have a ballroom dance, have a dinner, but a conference. And it's a general strategy for all the, what do you know? You're not a Christian. You're the one with people with dwindling enrollment and membership. I don't see anything. Think about a ship, okay? Think about a ship. Different ships in the ocean. Which one is proud and sailing and going fast, and which is about to capsize over? USS Podcaster. Yeah, that's an up and cut. Yeah, that ship's sailing strong. A lot of podcasting going on. The USS. Oh, what else is good? The USS Van Life. That's going strong. A lot of people doing van life. The USS Boomer with a lot of equity in their homes who got low interest rates. There's a ship. That's the strongest one in the sea. USS Christian Marriage. Holy, about to sink, Batman. I don't know what they're going to, I just don't know what they're going to do. General strategy, like, hey guys, come on in. We're going to have a conference in a circle and some drums. get some crappy ham sandwiches and really diluted coffee in the church basement, and that's gonna. How about wear a fucking dress to church day? How about if a guy asks you, how about Sadie Hawkins Day? How about you go, look, I know all the other variants of Christianity are all going to hell except your obscure fourth removed branch from the Catholic Church variety, synod, or sect. But maybe you get all the other churches, even the ones that are heretics and going to hell, like the Wisconsin Synod maybe would loosen up its asshole a little bit and allow Missouri Synod Lutherans to come in. Maybe. My God. Dirty ourselves with those heathens? My God, good God, man. Maybe you do like a speed dating event. And you know what? Maybe Jesus just sits this one out. Maybe there's an initial prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for gathering us here. May this event be blessed by your kindness. Amen. But the whole thing doesn't have to be, and Jesus and Jesus and Jesus and God and Jesus and God and Jesus looking over you. Jesus, don't touch her boobies until you're married. Thank you, Reverend Lovejoy. Reverend Killjoy. Yeah, there. Do you want to be Reverend Lovejoy or do you want to be Reverend Killjoy? Which one would you rather be? and you know what? Oh no. An Episcopalian married a Wesleyan. Oh. Well, half the family's going to hell. Where do the children go? I don't know. But maybe just loosen up a little bit. Just throttle back a little on the Jesus. I know you gotta kind of, you don't want it to become a nightclub or a meat market. I get it. I don't know. Could you be as dangerous as like maybe women cook for the men? Who makes the best sandwiches? Oh my God. Now I'm going, maybe we might as well just turn it into a meat market. I'm just, can you have some fun? Fun. You remember this thing called, oh wait, I'm talking about Christians. I forgot how much fun y'all have. That's right. I don't know, a kissing booth? Something? But yeah, it was bad. And so for those of you who are now, look, this isn't anything new. Most of real Christianity has moved from the brick and mortar churches and the politicized variants, especially the politicized ones. It's gone online. And your solutions, many things are found online. Whether it's stuff your parents didn't teach you, an alternative message about not going to college for dumbass shit, minimalism, the early retirement extreme, Jacob Lund Fisker type of stuff, the health, Dennis McGon, all these other people out there, because what you got traditionally didn't work. But if you want to find Christian, you want to fall in love and get married to a Christian and have Christian babies, the solution is not going to be at your church. It really isn't. It isn't. I don't know if it's going to be eHarmony either, those online dating apps. But whatever it is, if pastors, reverends, religious personnel wish to, you gotta knock it off with the Christian rock band angle. You gotta play to their secular biological hard genetic programming and hardwiring. And dare I say it, you sit the ladies down, say, look, why the hell I got a bunch of videos, I got a bunch of clients. The guy went up, he's a good looking guy. It's coming back to me now. This guy's self-employed, makes a lot of money, good shape. Girls were turning him down left and right. why don't you guys say, hey, why don't y'all start it? Not now, you can't do that in the church. I don't know if it's you lose a lot of people in the church, but maybe in, I don't know, Sunday school or Bible study for women, you start like, hey, do you mind asking what's wrong? What was wrong with Bobby over there? I don't know how you approach or bridge that very sensitive gap, telling women that they're wrong and maybe they ought to loosen up and try a date or two. I mean, because they're the secular. Don't you dare tell a woman what to do. Well, I don't know how you get, because it ain't like the guys ain't trying. But here, again, the solution is the secular world. That's male female dynamics. That has nothing to do with Jesus. But I just want to let you, Chris, it ain't going to be the church. The church is not going to help you in that regard. It isn't. It isn't. A motorcycle rally, playing poker, you win a date with someone who's got to take you out. I don't know, something more fun. So link below is a book called Religion. It's written by Rollo Tomasi. Rollo is Christian. For those of you, and obviously if you're in the West, this applies to all the religions outside of Christianity as well, whether you're Muslim or Jewish or whatever else. You are starting to notice Western secular culture starting to corrupt, dilute, infect your religion. And you'd like to, a lot of guys in the West who are religious, you really have your hand tied behind your back. Like, well, I got to follow the rules of the religion. And then I also got to do it within the confines of biological reality. And then also within the confines of Western culture. Well, I'll tell you this, the answer ain't going to come from your imam or your, what are they called? The Jewish dudes, rabbis, or your pastors or your reverends or your, ain't going to cut. You're going to have it. And so I recommend picking up Rollo's book. I link to it down below. But in the meantime, if you pastor, just stop. Just mow the yard of the church, stain the pews, work a second job, and contribute all the money to the church. Just do something else with your time, because it ain't gonna work. Hey, kid, hi, how you doing? Yeah, we're gonna get down with Christ, y'all. I'm a white guy. He didn't do this, but it was almost, I'm a white guy, but I made a rap for Christ. Like, oh, we got these super chats. We got a super chat. I'd love to hear the Christians, like, because you guys go to church. I don't go to church anymore. I had enough of that. I'd love to hear it. I'll read. I mean, if they're good and you're willing to pay money for my time, I'll read it. But there's again, the USS Christian Dating. That thing is worse than that submarine that went after the Titanic. Chase Robido, $5. It's pretty bad as a Christian in the Christian dating scene right now, on apps or in person. Yeah, I figure. Michael Lee, $5. Can you talk about the F buddy to polyamory pipeline? Yeah, if you pay me. I mean, what do you mean? Just like friends with benefits, and then the guy or the gal usually isn't that polyamory right there? If you're just an F buddy, that's not, like, usually you just, like, when I had friends with benefits, I'm like, well, yeah, you go sleep with whoever you want. I don't care. I don't think there's a pipeline. I think those are the same status. Now, if you're talking about, from committed relationship or marriage, and then wifey poo, like, I want to help in the relationship. I got news for you, buddy. She already did. I mean, you give me more details if you got an example I could talk about. Wiz Division Productions, $2. Christians should tap into that 72 virgin energy. I don't know. It'd be easier. What? I go to heaven and there's 70. Fine. I'll live my moral life here. I'm not going to waste my, do they have, I know they have JDate and they got eHarmony. Do the Muslims got a dating site? You guys got one? I know you're not Muslim, but we do have some Muslim listeners. I'm wondering if they got one. Mark Magana, $5. At 27, I tried Catholic Match. just the titles. Had 2 dates. Girls claim to be strong Catholics, etc. Both gave blowjobs on the first date. I don't trust hypocrites. I didn't mean to introduce this, but as I've said many times before, 95% of the people that you see at church are not Christian. They're just going there out of rote rehearsal because that's what they did as kids. They're bored. Or there's a lot of born agains who are horrible, despicable people. And they're like, what's that? He forgives no matter what. Tee I'm born again. Yeah, what was it? Yeah, remember there was a gal that she wouldn't date me because I wasn't Christian. And she was, obviously. And then it wouldn't work out. And I passed up on some other girls to entertain this one. And a couple months later, she's dating a guy who's not Christian. Oh, I got pissed. Made her cry. And deservedly so. Donna Hannaford, our Australian mistress agent in the field, $2 Australian. Happy Friday. Oh, yeah, it's Friday over there for you guys, eh? And Rachel Wilson, everyone go get her book. $5. Does Rollo mention Orthodox Christianity in his book? I've been meaning to read it. Have a great weekend, my friend. It's been isn't it Thursday? What's this week? It's Thursday. Hang on. What are you in Australia too, Rachel? I can't remember. I can't remember. I know he talked about the main big three, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Because he's had clients too and emails and requests of men from all walks of life. But I don't remember the Orthodox. I don't know if he would have even people from the Orthodox because they're Orthodox. Like the Hasidic Jews and the Amish don't email Rollo. They're not on online dating. Although I don't know, maybe the Hasidic Jews are like really, really, really JewishDate.com. Maybe that's their website. But yeah, go read it. But I do not know. And then Rachel again for $5. Tim Gordon and Will Nolan have the only legit Catholic dating service I know. They thoroughly vet the women, so maybe check that out. Yeah, it's going to have to go along the lines of what's it called? Why can't I remember it? Bumble, where the women got to choose, but it's good. The bottleneck is the women. You need to get the women in there first, and you need to vet and make sure. Okay, you're really in this. Okay, fine. Because remember when I tried to set up people, like girls like, I want to find a guy. I'm like, send me your email. I got guys all over. And I tried to set up people, I think 4 guys, 3 of which got stood up. I'm like, done. I'm done. Done with you, girl. You got to prove it. You got to make it. And I know I hate to be so biased, but it's 95% up to women. It's 95% women's fault and responsibility. You girls want to date, which they don't. As I keep on telling you boys, they don't really want to date you. They don't. They want a godly man, just not you. They want a godly man. There's the meat. Well, Rachel, you posted it too. Girl, God send me a godly man. Jesus, here you go. Girl, ooh, he's only 5'9". Jesus. Oh. Oh, and by the way, for all you Christian men out there, just she will go and fucking suck and take anal from a good enough looking guy who's not Christian. In case you were wondering, she will. There you go. All right. Cappy gotta go eat. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.